Welcome back to Teshkid FX for another price prediction update, and in this video I'll be giving you a price prediction update on Lunc, whose current price stands at the $0.000246 mark, and here on TradingView the market is up by 3.96%. and in this video I want to give you the key scenarios that I expect to play out basing my analysis on the Elliot waves and the Fibonacci's, and also the key areas of support and resistances, and also draw out any key chart patterns that you have information on this chart. And here on Lunc we are seeing a breakout above a key area of resistance, and I'll be getting into that here on this video. And I want to kickstart the video by giving a brief of what has been happening here on the Lunc chart. From these low prices that we had been trading within down here, we saw a very nice bounce to the upper side, which had been obeying an Elliot wave structure, having a wave 5 taking us back to around the $0.00059 mark. And after seeing the formation of that fractal wave to the upper side, we can now name it as a higher Elliot wave count 1. And what we expect after seeing the formation of a higher Elliot wave count 1 is the formation of a higher Elliot wave count 2, and I believe that is the movement that we are seeing right here, making our low for that second wave at around the $0.00018 mark. And after making the low for that second wave, whatever we expect next is the formation of a third wave to the upper side, which is an impulsive movement, and I believe that is what we are seeing over here. And after making our low down there, we saw a very nice bounce to the upper side, managing to break above key areas of resistances, making our high at around the $0.00037 mark. And that movement to the upper side, I can term it as an Elliot wave structure, having that as a wave 1 to the upper side, then a bit of a retracement to the lower side in the formation of a wave 2, then I expect a wave 3, then a wave 4, and then a wave 5 to complete a higher Elliot wave count 1. And if I get a little bit into the details of the formation of this fractal wave, before I also get into the key chart patterns that we have information on this chart, after seeing the high for that first wave, we saw a very nice retracement to the lower side in the formation of a wave 2. And because a wave 2 is a retracement of the first wave, we can use the Fibonacci's, connecting them from the low of that wave 1 to the high of that wave 1 to give us a minimum retracement area to the lower side in the formation of a wave 2 between the fib level 0.382 and the fib level 0.618, and I can mark that target area here on the charts like that, then remove the Fibonacci's, and you can see that Lunc has respected that movement to the lower side by retracing into that target area, but at some point we managed to break out of the target area to the lower side, and we even lost a key area of support at around the $0.00024 mark. And whatever I expected according to the Elliot wave structures, after the formation of the wave 2, after we made our low down here, I expect a very nice bounce to the upper side in the formation of a third wave. That is what I expect to play out here on the Lunc chart. And in the formation of that third wave to the upper side, we can sketch out a target area to the upper side using the trend based Fibonacci, connecting it from the low of that wave 1 to the high of the wave 1, then dragging the fibs to the low of the wave 2, and that gives me a minimum target area to the upper side at the fib level 1.618, and that is at around the $0.00053 mark. Then expect a wave 4 and then continue pushing higher in the formation of a wave 5 to complete that higher Elliot wave count 1, which is a fractal wave within that higher Elliot wave count 3. So that is what I expect to play out, basing it on the trend based on the Elliot wave structures. And also getting to the key chart patterns that we have information on this chart. Here in this formation of a wave 2 to the lower side, we saw the formation of a triangle, having this red trend line that I have over here as the upper side of that triangle. Then we have this horizontal line as the baseline of that triangle, and we have seen a breakout out of this triangle that we have right here to the lower side. And the target area for that breakout is the height of the triangle. So using a trend line, we can get that height and then place it down here to give us a minimum target area to the lower side, back to around the $0.00016 mark. So that is the minimum that I expect that breakout to take us to. And lucky for us, it seems like we are not going to continue seeing lower prices, since Lunc has continued pushing higher, and you have managed to break above a key area of resistance that we are facing over here at around the $0.00024 mark. And now that it is acting as support, there's a possibility that we might continue pushing higher in the formation of that third wave over here. And getting back to the formation of these wave 2 right here, after losing that key area of support down there, we also saw the formation of another chart pattern, which is a triangle, and we managed to break out of the triangle to the upper side after seeing a bit of a fake out over here. And after the breakout, we got into that resistance zone and we did not manage to break above it, so we got rejected once more and had a bit of a pullback to the lower side. And it seems like now we have gathered enough volume for us to continue pushing higher, since you can see we have managed to break above that key area of resistance. And now there's a possibility that Lunc might continue pushing higher, and giving you a possible scenario basing it on the key areas of support and resistances. There is a possibility that Lunc might continue pushing higher now that you have support over here, and in case that is the case, there is a possibility of Lunc getting back to around the $0.000025 mark. There is a possibility of Lunc trading above the $0.00025 mark once more, and also sketching out a target area to the upper side in the formation of that higher Elliot wave count 3 using the trend based Fibonacci. I just need to connect it from the low of the wave 1 down here to the high of that wave 1, then drag the fibs to the low of the wave 2, and that gives me a minimum target area to the upper side at the fib level 1.618, and that is at around the $0.001 mark. And in case that plays out, then Lunc could be losing 1-0. So let's be patient and see how that plays out as we continue expecting higher prices here in the formation of a third wave, now that you have managed to break above a key area of resistance. And also taking a look at the indicators to see what movements will be supported. Here on the RSI, we are trading at around the 73 mark, and that means we don't have much of room for us to continue pushing higher, since we have gotten into the overbought region. And I'm expecting a bit of a retracement so that we can try to create some room here on the RSI for us to continue pushing higher. Also taking a look at the MACD, here on the MACD we have printed a bullish cross, and that would mean higher prices could be coming our way. So let's be patient and see how that plays out, and I'll keep you updated.